So I'm allowed to go with my sisters tonight if I bring both kids?
Huh?
Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again. If you are new here, hi, my name is Jasmine and this is my second channel where I do TV commentaries, movie reviews, and I tell the occasional story time. You can also check out my main channel where I do a lot of drawing tutorials, time lapses, and some other random art stuff that I'm interested in. Today I'm just doing a lazy video. I have been really under the weather. I have survived my 15th period of 2023. I'm completely worn out. My face looks gross, I feel gross, and somehow I still made it to work. So find a way to get over the fact that I'm not showing my face for like the first time on this channel, or the second time probably. I think this is the second time I've done a voiceover on this channel. I never thought I would be covering another episode of this show so soon, but here we are. We are on season 5, episode 2 of the 1,000 Pound Sisters. Remember last time when we saw Amy crying because she's so overwhelmed and depressed? Well, we are going to follow up on that and see what's going on in Amy's marriage, in her household. Is there a cat? Oh, there is a cat in my closet.
There's just too much drama and bull, especially my family. It's something I gotta get used to. Again, have to get calculated. Is that a word? I don't know. Reanimated.
So we're going to take a little bit of a deeper look into what's going on in Amy's marriage and in her household, see what kind of chaos is in there.
With you being apart from Caleb, it's hard. How are you holding up?
I'm trying, but really missing.
Don't let it get you depressed.
We will see how well she adjusts to life without Caleb. In the first episode, we witnessed Tammy fitting in the back seat, and now she's in the front seat on her way to the grocery store.
There you go, girl.
I did it!
When Tammy actually realizes that she sat down in the chair and she's good to go and the door can close, you got to push your grocery cart.
What the heck?
You better grab a hold of it. That's your thing, girl.
I want one of those tiny shopping carts, no reason. Grocery shopping is a different experience now, I imagine. It appears she bought Whole Foods
That's
instead of a
just water.
bunch of packaged, highly processed stuff, so this appears to be a win.
Now we can come up here and get you some pig feed or something.
For one, she probably ordered groceries before.
In rehab, they were cooking all my meals and, making my snacks for me.
Now she's been let loose to buy her own food.
Start taking charge of my life. So today, I'm gonna get a bunch of healthy.
She's in the routine of eating healthy food now, so she was able to make better choices.
Baby spoons. That's pushing control, baby.
Hot dog. Get some cream cheese.
Fat kid.
It's
gotta
fine,
eat.
cream cheese is high in fat, but it's 100 times better than what you were eating before. Eat it with some type of protein, you'll stay fuller longer. Pro tip, eat some fat with your protein. You need fat. YOLO.
Today's been a big day. I got in front of the seat and went shopping for myself.
Tammy acknowledges and apologizes for being a pain in the butt.
It was like you were trying to get me home and get me things I needed, and I get it.
I do agree that when she was becoming a burden, if you remember the earlier episodes, all of the siblings had their fair share of being responsible for her.
That's why I was sorry for being a burden. You were never a burden.
I did it because I loved you, no matter what you did. You can murder somebody, and I will still take your side because you are my sister. Really? No, I probably wouldn't be honest with you. I'm like, that bitch murdered somebody and go to hell.
Eventually, it fell on Amy, and then when they went on vacation, they had to accommodate her 2 wheelchairs when packing their belongings for the trip. They had to accommodate her by taking her to a different hotel. Then they had to arrange for someone to take her home. When they were at home, Tammy always needed something. She needed people to do things for her. She wasn't even getting her own mail, if I remember correctly.
Being here with Tammy is feeling like old times. We're falling back in our old roles.
I'm making sure everything at the party, food-wise, is healthy. We're all on diets. And besides, Chris and I got an appointment with Dr. Smith coming up.
You change your lifestyle of eating. Your diet is anything that you eat. Anything that you eat, drink, inhale, that is your diet.
We're just the 2 fat kids eating healthier now.
I figured I'd make a charcuterie board. If you'll help me.
Charcuterie board.
What's a coochie board?
A coochie board?
Charcuterie board.
It's just basically like cheese, proteins, and you put some grapes.
Charcuterie board? Charcuterie?
Charcuterie board. This is actually what I do when I eat pie. It's impossible not to. Pickles are an abomination. I just had to throw that in there.
I think staying busy with my family is kind of putting a band-aid on me missing Caleb.
Okay, so it looks like Caleb had begun to be part of this whole weight loss process. After all, he was part of the family since he was married to Tammy.
Man, do I miss my wife. I can't go anywhere till this trach is removed. In order to do that, I know I've got to crack down on this weight.
Is it difficult to eat food with the trach in? I've been wondering that, because if it's not the easiest task, imagine how somebody has to work really hard to overeat in rehab with a trach.
Is Michael not coming here today?
He's sick. I just want to say I'm sorry. And the reason why I got upset,
Don't cry, sis.
I'm just, my emotions are all over the place.
I know that.
And I'm not going to blame it on the postpartum because it's 7 months.
I'm also glad that they were able to sit down and talk about this. I'm sorry if you hear a really annoying noise in the background. My cat is playing with her toys, and that keeps her from screaming. According to medlineplus.gov, you may have a higher chance of postpartum depression for certain circumstances, such as you're under 25 years of age, use alcohol, you did not plan the pregnancy, had depression, bipolar disorder, had a stressful event during the pregnancy or delivery, or if you have a close family member who has had depression or anxiety, have a poor relationship with your significant other or are single, have money or housing problems, or have little support from family, friends, or your spouse or partner. I just thought I would put some emphasis on partner.
There's definitely nothing wrong with admitting that you have a problem and need help. And I've been telling you, sis, I don't think it's postpartum. It's flat out depression. And medicine can help, but if you don't get to the root of the depression, it's not going to go away. And if you don't address those issues, it's only going to get worse. Yeah, Amy's definitely been unhappy for a very long time. And I think that some of it has a lot to do with what she's going through in her marriage. Michael don't work. He don't help with the kids, but he's always in the background. He doesn't give her any kind of space at all.
I know that face. Amanda, you and I have the same thoughts on Michael. That is a face of someone who doesn't like your husband, Amy, and for good reason.
And when she is able to get out and about without him, she has to have the kids with her. She just doesn't have any free time to be herself. He's always around. If you don't start and get a hold of the things that's Bob, it's not going to end well for you.
It's hard to like juggle the mommy life to the sister life to the daughter to the wife, but there's never really have time for the Amy.
Sometimes the parents are so busy being a parent, they don't have any alone time at the end of the day, or they abandon projects, hobbies, sports, going to events, and then they forget who they are because the child becomes the main focus.
I love being a mom, don't get me wrong, but I'm just trying to figure out who I am as a person.
I feel like you have to have certain types of personalities and just overall functioning to be a parent, and not everyone can or should do it. Then there's people, usually women, that act like being a mother is their entire personality, which I find odd. That's what Amy is talking about. She doesn't want to be known just as somebody who gave birth. She has other facets to her personality, but she cannot rest or pursue other stuff that she wants because all of her time is spent with the kids, even though her husband, he looks like he can walk. He is able-bodied.
Your kids deserve to see you happy because you are happy when you're with them. You've got to fix the things that are wrong.
I'm really thinking about hiring a nanny.
Do you feel like you would need a nanny if Michael would actually step up and do what he's supposed to do?
In a perfect world, no.
I have seen a lot of blogs about being child-free, and people that already have kids tend to insert themselves into that conversation whenever they see a post, especially the memes. Sometimes I read the comments, and usually those comments are parents that say that being a parent is very hard, which is why child-free people usually don't want to be parents, among like 700 other reasons, which I completely agree with, and that's why I only have dogs and cats.
I look like I'm eating for two.
Chris sets out a barbecue feast for everyone, and he makes it healthier so that everybody can participate.
So I barbecued and smoked some pork steak, some hamburger, pork chops, some chicken. I just made a smorgasbord. And with everybody just about in the family on some kind of weight loss journey, I made it all healthy. You know, cut out the sugar on the barbecue sauce, and I cut corners where I could to save on calories.
Oh my Jesus.
You can't get 5 minutes when you have toddlers.
Damn, Gage, can you keep going? I gotta go deal with Gage. It's hard for me to keep up with two of them. Having my family here is a big help with the boys, but it's just me at the end of the day, even when Michael's there.
I just feel like a single parent.
See, I told you in the first video about this season, she's the only parent at her wit's end.
You're trying to take care of two boys.
Every little thing is making Amy cry right now. And I think, personally, our biggest problem is Michael. I hate it for her. Something had to give.
I've been thinking about a lot since me and Amanda had that conversation. I think it would be my best interest to her part-time nanny.
The fact that she has to look into getting a nanny is mind-boggling. So there will be 3 adults in the house on a regular basis that can care for children, and only 2 of them will be doing the work.
While she's taking care of the boys, I can go do something. I can find my identity outside being a mom. You can step right here. Michael's busy in the other room.
We might hear Michael speak more in this episode because he feels attacked. Because God forbid Amy wants you to be a parent with her. It's next to impossible to get stuff done when your husband is in another room acting useless. Only he's not acting.
This is a huge ordeal today because Tammy has never stepped foot in my house. She was always too scared. Boy, no!
This is why you need a nanny. Amy needs time for herself, like whether it be alone time or girls time. She just needs help. I can help her as much as I can, try, but I can't run after him. He's running around, and I'm just like exhausted all the time, and I'm hurting 24/7.
How can you not be exhausted and hurting? Watching toddlers run around in itself is exhausting.
Because I'm trying to take care of 2 boys and take care of the house, take care of Mom. It's just a lot. And I was good before Glenn was born. Like, I had it under control.
You're not alone in this. You're not the only parent. You have a husband that is perfectly capable of taking care of these kids for you to have a moment.
Preach, Amanda, because that's a grown man.
I do not feel like Amy would need a nanny or as much help as she does need if Michael would just step up and be the dad he's supposed to be. He's not a dad. I mean, anybody can be a father. A daddy is someone who is there and helps and puts in.
Can we get some snaps?
You want me to ask?
Yeah,
They're your kids, too.
Help with kids.
What are you, 16? Because you're acting like it. That might even be an insult to some 16-year-olds because some of them have jobs. A whole adult has to be told that they have to do their share of the work. The mere fact that Michael's just standing there is making me irate. Again, what is going on in that man's head? It's not babysitting.
Can you elaborate?
It's not helping out. The kids have half your DNA. It's this thing called parenting.
You gotta do something because I need some help. I cannot keep going like this.
When she's upset like this, you're gonna have to take the kids away and give her a minute.
I think she needs more than a few minutes. Please try to contain your enthusiasm. He's less excited than Squidward, if that's even possible. That is the face of a man who didn't want kids, if you ask me. Allegedly. Don't come for me.
Do you know what I see when I walk around and I walk in here? I see a messy house, yes. But do you know what I see? I see that my sister's so depressed that she has no energy to get up and clean and do dishes.
You have to direct Michael to attend to his kid. Ew.
The only energy she has is strictly for her kids, to wash them, to bathe them, to clean them, to feed them. But a nanny is not going to fix the depression. The nanny is not going to fix the problems that you and your husband have.
But the nanny will allow me, somebody to take care of them so I can go to a therapist and see it, get help from
Honey, to be honest, she should be able to go to a therapist without that. He is a dad. He should
I'm
be able to watch
not
both
allowed to go
of his
anywhere
kids.
without my kids, is what he told me.
This makes me think of those absurd podcasts where a man, or if you're just pearly things, a woman, thinks wives should only stay at home and care for the kids and clean the house. This is a prime example of what happens when the day-to-day stuff like kids and chores wear you down. She doesn't have time with her family and friends. She doesn't have hobbies. She doesn't have the time allowance to even go see a therapist.
Michael does not want to watch both of the kids at the same time when he's alone. So I always have to bring at least one kid. I don't know if it's because he don't want to watch them by himself or it's because he can't watch them by himself and play a video game at the same time.
That is so dumb. I can't even comprehend the amount of audacity of it.
Just need to get it together, figure it out.
I will.
You will what?
Help. Stop help.
It's not helping when you're the parent.
Let you go where you want to go.
Now he's letting her go where she wants to go. Gee, thanks, Michael. Now all of her dreams and aspirations can finally come true. You're eroding as a person because you cannot even function when you're so tired.
I had a plan. Go to Sam's tonight.
He doesn't want her to go to the store. He wants to do it. Ew.
Michael wants to go grocery shopping because he gets mad because I want to go out with my family. And he ain't coming.
I've never seen such a non-threatening looking man be so threatening. How to control someone, isolate them from their family and friends. Ew.
Michael also has my cards in his wallet. He's in charge of all the spending. I'm not allowed to spend anything unless I ask permission.
What dystopia are we in where the money you earn you can't even use unless your husband gives it back to you like some kind of allowance? This episode is causing me chest pain.
And you guys are
Can you
living
get your
our
son?
It is not a toy, Gage.
Listen, let me tell you something, Amy. Michael is not in shape, clearly. You've had 2 years of lifting toddlers. I'm pretty sure you can take him. Ain't no way that man is with his wallet 24/7. You are a grown woman. Absolutely not. One way or another, you're getting your money. And let me tell you something else. Amy is responding in an awfully well-mannered way because I could never.
I just want to take you shopping.
Why does it have to be you that takes her shopping, Michael? I think I'm asking the important questions.
Can you go spend time with Amanda? I don't care if you go spend time with
But you
Tammy.
won't let her come.
Why can't I have my card?
Give her her money.
I ain't giving a
That's the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard, Michael. Thank you for sharing. I am stupefied.
You got 2 seconds to give her the debit card.
No,
or
he's
call
got
the
2
police.
seconds to get out of my house.
I'm taking one of my boys with me.
No, you
No,
are
they
not.
are my children.
No, you are not.
If you scream at him long enough on what to do, then he gives
I
in.
don't care if she goes with you. I don't mind she going with y'all.
Then shut up and give her her debit card.
I'm packing me and the boys and I'm getting out if you won't.
Give her
because
her
I'm done. I'm getting up, Laura. I'm done.
This whole situation is very real, even if it may be staged, or maybe part of it is staged. This kind of stuff really happens. I don't think it is staged because they're doing this in front of children. It would be very weird and abusive to stage that and then have the kids react to the situation put in front of them. Fighting in front of the kids, I have no words. Do you want to know a real fun fact I learned very, very early in life? In some states, if you fight with your spouse, both of you can get arrested. And in some states, if you're fighting in front of your kids, the government will charge you with child abuse because it is.
Is being out of line.
Go ahead.
Put me off this mother. Do it.
Okay. I didn't know coming home the world was gonna fall apart.
Alright, so this episode had a lot happen in the last, 11 minutes? Leave a comment and tell me if you've ever encountered any ridiculousness like this. Be sure to check out my website where I sell my own artwork. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff cleared out. I am still adding more stuff to the website. It's taking me a while because I just have so many things that I need to sell and get rid of, so be sure to check that out. I have a ton of prints, I have originals, I have stuff that's already framed and ready to hang on the wall. My website is jasminebakerart.com, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Unacceptable! Can you not stand on the cord, Sugar? No, you're not supposed to stand on the cord. Sugar, stop. Go sit over there. Ow, my knee.